Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Call of Duty Championship presented by Xbox. I am joined here with Golden Boy, and we are going through...
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. We are going through a very, very intense best-of-5 series here between Vexx Revenge, the Canadians, going up against Team Orbit from UK. 2-1 is the lead to Team Orbit.
That's right. Orbit looking very strong in that search and destroy. In that blitz game, where they ended up winning 12-10. Now, don't let that 10 points fool you. They were up by 4 when that game was pretty much all said and done. So we're talking more like 12-8, if anything. Revenge, they had a good run at the beginning. They kept it within 2 points. Then they just let it escape them in that last round.
Yeah, but again, a fairly close blitz there. And just going back over the previous game modes, we actually saw a 6-5 victory for Vexx Revenge on the search and destroy. It was actually 5-3 in Team Orbit's favor. They had it within their grasp. They could have ended this 3-0 now, but they let it slip. The domination to begin with ended 39 points in Team Orbit's favor. And we see domination again, but on the map Sovereign. Now, we were discussing this isn't Team Orbit's favorite map.
Well, you know, you said Orbit really likes Search and Destroy Warhawk.
Yeah.
They end up losing that one narrowly. And they don't like Sovereign. Chances are they might be able to pull out the W on this one. I don't know. It seems to be reverse day here in LA. So, you know, anything's possible here at the Call of Duty Championships, of course, presented by Xbox. We're going to get this one kicked off here any second now. Any player to look at in Orbit in particular as far as what they're going to do on the break here, Rel?
Well, I mean, just purely based off that first domination we saw on Freight, I would say Endura. We saw him on the first side going huge. Maybe not the second side so much, but I know he's a very aggressive player. This is the guy that is going to be taking chances, jumping on flags, and making moves to actually get the lead for his team. Sure, he may not always put up the best kill-death ratio, but he's getting those all-important captures.
I think he's had a pretty solid series here in this matchup so far against Revenge. I mean, he was a big part of that first game, that domination on Freight, you know, to kick things off. But now we're going to be following it through in a big double kill out of Endure. What a play, taking out Mech and Illskill, giving them the business, telling them, listen here, you may think you're good, but I'm just that much better. He is going to get taken out, though, as Bounce will also get dropped. Now, Lewis, he has no kills yet as he drops around. They do have control of A and B. Now, what you're going to see in Sovereign quite a bit is you're going to see players opting to just push home flags. They're going to say, you know what, we can't get B. B is really, really difficult to play. So instead, we're just going to push your home flag, and we're going to force you off of B, and that's going to give us that opportunity to go ahead and cap it.
Yeah, I mean, this map, particularly Sovereign, relies on having full map control.
Big win.
The B capture very early is so important, and Endura with that huge two-piece has potentially got this game in the grasp for Team Orbit.
That was a huge play. You need that breakout play that just gets the team hype right away, and that's exactly what Endure did there. So now you have Jacko pushing out Lewis back on your screen, looking by B. He sees a player there around the corner, and he's not going to be able to make anything happen as B is going to get flipped. And you saw by brute force, Vexx Revenge were able to move in there and get control of the B flag.
Yeah, and due to the way that the spawns actually flip on this map, you won't always see teams pushing for the 3 cap, so it's very often we'll just see either an A and B or a B and C hold.
Yeah, you know, for the most part, what you're going to see is players pushing B and C, or pushing B most importantly.
Yeah.
But you are going to see them just try and neutral that home flag and continue to apply the pressure. So this way, off the respawn, they're forced to have to come back around, and they're not going to be wasting time pushing B. The more time that you can spend having them worry about their home flag is best for you, because you're going to continue to rack up every 2 points.
Well, despite a very strong start from Team Orbit, Vexx Revenge have really got back into this now. And
yes, they did.
They are just about to even up the score here as we go 33-33, but they have the B control.
Big win there out of Lewis, drops down the trophy system. He is going to have a teammate there for support. One guy is going to be hanging out by the caution of Revenge, and it seems like they are going to be able to get this one. So again, we're not really seeing those flips come courtesy of pushes on the home flags. It's more or less, great play there, by the way, out of Illskill. It's really been about just brute force pushing up on B and just winning those gun battles.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a really close game of domination. That B flag is switching control very, very frequently here. We can see Endura, big contestant there. Isn't going to be able to make the 2-piece, and it is going to mean that middle flag is going to fall into Vexx Revenge hands.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump on board Vexx Revenge here for the 2 minutes and 13 seconds we have on the clock. 46-43. It is going to be a 2-point game now as the time begins to tick. Demon was going to be the LMS there in that situation, pushing out on the home flag here for this Orbit squad, and that is going to force 2 players. Look, you see the orange arrows, forced to push back. Demon gets it, and if you cap it, you cap it. You know, it is what it is. But for the most part, you just confuse them, force them back, and Endure caught him with the trophy system.
Boy.
What is life?
That is going to be
Slumber.
frustrating. What happened there? He threw that frag grenade, but there was a trophy system next to him, so it just exploded.
And there is an
in his
impact
face.
from the trophy system, so you are going to see that. That was funny.
Yeah, but
legitly.
I mean, look at that score: 55 to 54. It's pretty much even between both of these teams. This is very, very familiar, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it seems like deja vu, man. I mean, I know deja vu is supposed to be same thing or something like that. Of course, I don't know how that all works out, but it is very, very familiar here. Slumber though, going big, 16-6. He's going to continue to watch over here by the green side and seeing if anyone's going to push out on that spawn. Now that's the spawn area. You can see they're actually spawning out. There's going to be 2 players pushing out. So he is going to find him. And look, there's actually one guy there. You can see it in the Oracle mode. He's going to hit him with that nade. Yeah, he's forcing him to run away. Gets hit markers, knows he's going to be there. Tries to go for shots. That's going to be an easy pick there for Slumber. And there is going to be an exchange going on here as it seems like A and C are going to go in the favor of the boys in orbit. They do manage to get one. That was going to be C. One more player lingering around there. He's going to challenge around the side and a big win from Slumber.
This is great play from Slumber. I mean, you can tell that he knows this map well. Every single kill we've seen him make so far, he's been set up in a good position. Demon was trying to make another aggressive push there, but it didn't quite pay off. Yeah,
but you know what, though? The aggression I appreciate because that, again, it's just going to continue to get in the face of the other team. The time is going to be ticking down. It is 74 to 69. 5-point lead in favor of Revenge. Big double kill there out of Demon as he was able to find 2 members there of Orbit. One player over by the caution. He knows he's going to be coming up for that challenge, potentially a 6-point lead here, continuing to rack up. Demon is going to get caught tossing a grenade. He gets dropped. Slumber pushing in alongside Ill Skill, finding one. They are not going to be able to make that cap happen, making it 81 to 73 in favor of Vexx Revenge.
Yeah, I mean, and look at that score there from Slumber, 20 to 8 over double positive, going into the 20 kill figures. No one else achieved that in that game.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that is a great... In Slumber, we got to talk about Slumber because in that S&D Warhawk game, Slumber was an issue. Yes. He went 0-6 at one point. Getting those final 2 kills there was very pivotal. Yep. But still, granted, you have to bear in mind that mental toll that it must have had on him. Yep. Now, looking at this one, looking at what he's done in this Sovereign Domination game, he's feeling pumped. He's feeling ready to go. But I want to keep track. He went 20-8. I want to keep track of what he does in this second half. I want to see how he adds up on this.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. You'll often find this with players. Sometimes you'll see players that are fairly good at each game type, and sometimes you will see players who, let's be honest, suck at one but are amazing at the others.
Oh, dude, I totally agree. When I competed, I was just abysmal at Search and Destroy, but my CTF and Domination game was amazing. I loved it.
This is it. I mean, and this might be the case for Slumber here. He struggled on that Search and Destroy, but boy, is he flying on this Blitz and Domination.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. So it seems like we are going to get this one started up now. And looking here, it is 81 to 73, which is an 8-point lead here in favor of Vexx Revenge. I mean, again, this 8 points. I want you to understand here, guys. Like, 8 points, we're going to say 2 very standard statements, but it's going to hold so true. It could make or break this entire game. You think, oh, I have an 8-point lead. Yes. Yeah. Right? Or you think, I have an 8-point lead.
Yeah, it depends how they're going to go into this second side. Now, this is it. I mean, the first domination, there was only a 1-point difference in Team Orbit's favor. 8 points isn't that much at all.
And that 1 point didn't even matter in the end because they ended up winning by 30.
Exactly.
So, and who knows, maybe Orbit's going to come out really strong out the gate here, but he did mention they don't really like Sovereign Domination.
No, which would mean we would be going to the final map in this best-of-5 series if that is the case. But let's just put things into perspective. 8 points, let's say the team was dominating, which means capturing all 3 flags. It's just 15 seconds of domination. It's nothing in this game. There's 5 minutes to play here.
True. That's very true. So I want to kick it off with Slumber.
Okay.
Because you go 20-8, you have Golden Boy's attention. Okay. I want to see what he does. So it seems like he's opting to be the guy that plays more of the back position and just getting the plays that are needed, on the home flag in that territory. But look at that. Again, we're seeing shades of the last one as Slumber by himself and a great grenade and a double with that one. Taking out Bounce and Endure, but they are going to have one player there on B. One guy pushing up as well. That is going to be Mech. He gets taken out by Jacko. And Slumber, just that AR is incredible, navigating over by Caution. Their Caution and continuing to push up. They're going to win this one by brute force, but they got to stop this attack here from Orbit.
Yeah, that was a massive push from Team Orbit to begin with. They got the B flag, but it is going to go into Vexx Revenge control, and this is very similar to the last game. We're seeing this B flag flip a lot, which is quite unusual for Sovereign Domination.
That's right, and look at this here, though. We're seeing what we talked about before, Rel. You know, players are just going to opt to push over by A. And now that they have that control in their base, that is going to have to prompt, if they don't have players over there, that is going to prompt Revenge to have to push up another home flag. Or else they're just going to continuously get split spawned. And you can see they're spawning over by the computers there, by War Room. So they're forced to spawn in that area. And now this could be a triple cap here, which Illskill is going to go after C. But that was wonderfully executed by Orbit. They forced them to have to move and make something happen for a home flag.
Oh, well, this is it. I mean, Team Orbit really had Vexx Revenge rattle there, and they've got a big lead now.
Oh, the Bison Melter.
Wow, and the Bison just ripping players apart. Does get shut down, though. Mech does fall, but we can see now a 10-point lead here in favor of Team Orbit, which means technically they are ahead.
They're ahead by 2 points. And Illskill tries to go after B. There was going to be a split there as well that was going to have to force the boys in Orbit to have to push. So a very similar play that we saw, but Orbit was able to respond a lot better, and they are going to be able to win this flag. Now look for Slumber. He has to go big here. Currently 8-3, having yet another incredible performance on Sovereign Domination to kick things off in this second half. One player going to be hanging out by B. Slumber, beautiful shots there. He, you know, dispenses a lot of bullets out of pure love and happiness for that last kill. But Slumber continuing to push forward, finding one, and it seems like he can't be stopped. Finally gets taken out, though, by Lewis. That was a big play out of Lou.
Yeah, well, Slumber, he is the main Slayer for this team. He came his first MLG, came 17th, as we discussed before. MLG numbers 13.
Ooh.
Oh, he does get shut down there, but from starting all the way back on Call of Duty 4, he is still playing now, and he's playing at a very high level.
I don't know what it is, and currently Orbit is going to be down by 17, so it's going to be about 9 points. I don't know what is going on here with... or Orbit will be in the lead. Revenge will be down. I don't know what's going on with them. It's just like when it comes to the second side, they're not able to close it out. I don't know what's up here.
Yeah, they seem to be crumbling, but there is still time here. And let's not forget, Vexx Revenge have to win this domination if they want to stay in this best of 5.
It's very true. It's very true. So now Orbit, they are going to be able to win that gun battle there by C. So they get that control yet again, but there's going to be players there answering back, and that's going to stop any kind of attack that Orbit was going to have. So you're going to continuously see those split spawns. Let's see how Revenge reacts here.
Well, Bounce does get shut down here, and we can see that lead very notable there for Team Orbit. Slumber doing what he can, picking up yet another kill. 14-6. There is not even a single player on either team that's even hit double figures yet.
Yeah, Slumber has just been having an incredible game. It doesn't matter what gun he has, and he gets the assist there thanks to his friend Mech. But they are going to be able to get B and A, and like you said, Rel, it could swing any way very quickly.
Oh, man, this is a really
neutralized flag. This is scary. Oh, my goodness.
Slumber actually going for the captain as we close down on this final minute of the game. It is all to play for. We can see Team Orbit do have the lead, but it is not enough to win. They have to capture some flags, but Demon going huge there. Big 2-piece. Can he make it to 3?
Oh, he is going to get taken out, though. That is going to leave one flag available. Currently, the lead is going to be in the favor of Orbit, but ever so slightly 1 point. So remember, it's going to be an 8-point lead. We could potentially see a Game 5, but just as we say that, Revenge getting shut down all over the place. They need to make a push happen right now to be able to get this lead. You said 15 points, Rel. 15 points. Illskill, though, continuing to defend by B. One guy pushing up. That is going to be, let's see here, that's going to be Lewis pushing up here. He has to win this gun battle, and he's going to get taken out from behind because you just never know where they're going to be coming from. You got Jacko pushing up. He's going to find one player. They're now going to be down by about 3 points here. That will add on to an 11-point lead in favor of Team Revenge with only a couple of seconds remaining. I think it's safe to say, Rel, we're going to a Game 5.
Yep, Team Orbit are not going to be able to bring this back, which means Team Orbit and Vexx Revenge, the UK team who came in
what
at
a
the 31st
game!
seed. Oh, I mean, this is crazy. 31st seed going up against 18th seed Canadians. Man, this is going to be a thriller. Let's not forget that Search and Destroy we saw before went 6-5. Could we be seeing it go down to the last round?
No, Lewis, why would you do that? Disrespecting him. He's just like, listen, I'm not going down without a fight. Slumber, let's just talk about this real quick, please, Rel. 20 and 10.
20 and 10, so going, it was 28 the first side, so that means
40 and 18.
40 kills, 18 deaths. Wow, Slumber has played phenomenal. He did really well in the Blitz. I mean, we've criticized him a little bit in that Search and Destroy, but he's targeted on the team as the main Slayer, and he's fulfilling his role perfectly.
He went 40 and 18.
That's crazy.
40 and 18.
40 bomb.
He did what needed to be done in that matchup there. to give his team that lead, thus pushing them to a Game 5 search and destroy. And in that case, you had Revenge. They ended up winning that search and destroy, but narrowly 6-5, Rel.
And let's not forget, Team Orbit were winning 5-3. They could have closed this out 3-0.
I know.
And it's gone down to the last map. They are going to be kicking themselves if that cost them. But, boy, we are going to go to a quick break now.
Quick break.
One very quick break, and then we'll be back with you in the final round of this best of 5 thriller.